He got closer. He stopped, looked at us up and down. He still was a younger Caesar than the first time, although not as much as the second one. So I supposed we only had moved through the space. Maybe I was getting to control it. That still is my suit, he said, looking at me serious. Freiland looked at me. Yes, it still is your suit, I answered. I'm glad you recognize me. I didn't know. To tell the truth, I didn't remember you until now. I approached you because my garage door is opened. I think I had closed it. Did you open it? He asked me, and not letting me answer. At least this time you didn't get into my bed, which makes me very happy. Seriously. Seriously, he was speaking. He didn't smile, not a single time. Not when he recognized me, not even when he said the best thing. Even the tone may seem sarcastic, it wasn't. He was speaking quietly, serious and secure. You didn't pay too much attention to what I said, I reproached him. You see, I'm not lying when I say I didn't remember you, he said calmly. So you are going to set the factory at the city, I concluded. Yes, I'm doing it. The production grew, and I have to meet my customers' orders. Business, you know. He carried on. Reina looked around uncomfortable. Don't worry, nobody lives around here. There are abandoned warehouses. We moved the body shop to the new industrial estate. But you are right. We'd better go to my place. We'll talk sat down. He dropped without stopping, reading Freeland's mind. He didn't wait for our answer. He signaled ahead and started to walk to the three-floor house in front of which he had parked his car. We went after him. Freeland looked at me, dazzled by Cesar's calm. What a quiet man you are, Freeland said. Not really. I have my temper. Cesar answered, saying nothing. He opened the door and invited us to go in. The second floor of the building smelled familiar. Not the decor, it was more sophisticated and minimalist than the former time. It left behind that inherited home look and was getting closer to a classy executive's home yet. Having money has these things. Before I had enough with my parents' old couch, but now I feel the need of changing the rug each other month. He was talking with homesickness. The first step is to admit the problem. Freeland half laughed. Igma, Cesar said, just like that. You know, I employed a woman named Emma. I knew I had heard her name before. You were right, she's good. Call me ambitious if you want, selfish, whatever you want. But I'm not going to stop the factory thing. Our production has peaked, and I have to grow. I have partners to whom I owe explanations. I haven't closed the garage. Cesar's voice sounded calm, but he was saying unconnected things, jumping from one idea to the other as they came to his head. It's incredible. He was amazed. It's incredible you are telling the truth. I thought you were a crazy lady. I don't like you wear my suit. I don't like people at home. You haven't changed at all. Is he like you? He asked, looking at Freeland. No, I'm not. Freeland beat me. I don't know if I'm her support or her battery. He is my security guard. He doesn't trust me, I said. Or he wants to control you. Cesar put an end. Yes, I think so. I smiled. He made some coffee and brought something to eat to fill the silence. Royland didn't leave the camps. You may not get older, but I can see you sure get hungry. Cesar said, appalled, seeing Royland devouring the fancy biscuits. If you go on with the factory, we have to plan how to stop the whole thing. I mean, truly stop it. If the new supply is going to be so wonderful, take the chance. But don't say a word, lie. Say it is an hybrid of electricity and fuel. Don't let them take the control. I asked for threatening. It's going to be hard to take over my company again. I have the 51%, but they control me with the liquidity, the investment, the expansion. At least, I don't know, people have a job. If you want, I can bring you something stronger, he said, talking to Freeland. He nodded. He couldn't say it with his mouth. Of course not. Cesar got up and took out of the fridge several packets, took these out of the cabinet and the cutting board, cut small pieces of sausage, ham, cheese, pineapple, melon, and watermelon. He left these in front of Froilan and sat down. Froilan didn't bother to share it. He monopolized the delicacy as he needed to hoard energies for a hot winter, ignoring us completely. I'm not leaving until you commit to do something. Now you cannot use the "you don't believe me" excuse. You know I don't lie, I threatened. Two things. No, three things, he said, staring at me. Threats don't go with me. I know you don't lie more or less about the goings and comings in time. Maybe your aging is good. Who knows? And lastly, do you control yours? Because the last time we talked, you told me you couldn't. Have you learned how? Did you appear at the garage because? His voice still sounded serious, but it was impossible he was teasing me. Even Freilan seemed to raise his eyebrow over the banquet. I control it enough to get up your nose. His theory, pointing at Freilan, it's that I can go whenever I want, where I had been before. I came here before, I'm here. I control it enough.